If your sprinkler is running but something's clearly wrong, maybe a zone won't pop up or your water bill just spiked for no reason, it's frustrating. But before you call a professional and spend a few $100, why don't you try checking on these two things first? Most of the time, you can actually fix the problem yourself. The first thing to look at is your water pressure, because you don't want too little and you definitely don't want too much either. If the pressure is low, it causes a weak spray, reduced coverage radius, or a fine mist that just drifts away in the wind instead of actually hitting the lawn. And if it's too high, it's even worse. You'll see a constant cloud of mist, and eventually, the pressure will just blow the heads right off. So, how do you actually check your pressure? Sometimes a valve may be halfway closed, which restricts water flow before it even gets to your yard. Make sure the horizontal valve and the vertical one are both turned all the way. Always start with the horizontal valve. But to know for sure what's going on, you'll want to install a pressure gauge at the backflow preventer. You're looking for a sweet spot between 40 and 65 psi. If your gauge reads anything over 70 psi, there's a risk of equipment damage. Now, if your valves are open but the pressure is still low, you've likely got a clog or a leak somewhere. And here's how you're going to narrow it down. Test pressure at different points within the same zone. If you see variations beyond 10% in one zone, but the others are fine, the problem isn't your main pressure. It's likely a blockage in that specific line. If your pressure looks good, the next thing to check is wear and tear. Between mowers, people stepping on them, or even the ground shifting over time, your sprinkler heads risk getting damaged. You'll know you've got a broken one if you see water pooling around the base, or a spray pattern that looks off. Before digging to access any underground components, do not forget to call 811 to have utility lines identified and marked. Alright, once you're clear, shut the water off at the controller and dig carefully around the head. You want to see the riser, that's the pipe it sits on, without actually snapping the line underneath. Then, unscrew damaged heads and install replacements by hand until tight. When you're setting them back, ensure those heads sit level with the soil and remain vertical for proper coverage. And to prevent future damage, install protective donuts or mark locations with flags so you can see them next time you're out with a mower. Now, I am all for DIY, but please do not be a hero. If you cannot fix this problem, call a professional.